Hello everyone, what I have here is the Tecware VXR. It's one of the most famous cases here in Southeast Asia. So it has a resemblance to Lian PC011. Here is the view of the top of the case, power button, 4 USB slot, and audio jack, and the reset and RGB button. Now we are looking at the front panel of the Tecware VXR. As you can see, nothing much on the front except for the VXR logo. From here, we are looking at another angle of the case. And what I can see is I can almost see my fingerprint on the top right corner. And I guess this is a bit of issue if you are using a black case. So be mindful that if you purchase a black case, make sure you have a cloth that is designed for removing smudges or fingerprint. Now we are looking at the back of the case. So at the left side, you will see that there's plenty of room for cable management. And this is almost similar to my metallic gear and Lian's bat. So one last look. What we are looking now is the back of the case. To be honest, nothing much to see here, but the typical exhaust for the power supply and for the fan or radiator. To remove the front panel and the side panel, you have to unscrew the 4 tiny buttons. It's not the best design I would like to have. Okay. Right. Right at the bottom of the case, you will see another magnetic dust filter. Although it's not that, yeah. Okay, good enough. But I was expecting a stronger magnet. But anyway, so that's the bottom of the case. So this is what's inside the box. A mounting plate for SSD. And set of screws. Yeah. I was expecting an RGB hub like that. The cheaper version has RGB hub, so I'm not sure why they not include it this time. Now we are looking inside the case. So as you can see, there's plenty of room here. What I suggest, if you use this case, use the ATX motherboard so it will look better. Because if you use a smaller motherboard, there will be lots of space at the bottom part, which is not that good in terms of aesthetic. On the top side, I'm not sure if a 3-fan radiator can fit, although the spec said it is. But I've seen some PC builder say that their IAO doesn't fit there. So I will be unboxing another case in the future, and I will transfer my um, current setup to that case. And before I transfer it fully, I will fit the NCXT X73 here on top. Let's see if it will fit, then I will get back to you guys. But for now, the most common setup is to put a 240 AIO on top, and then on this side, they put a 3 fan. By the way guys, if you are planning to use an air cooler, I suggest not use this case, because the most or the best air coolers now are very big, which will not fit in this case. So I guess it's safe to say that if you want to use this case, you should use an AIO or water cooler, which is, for me, still it looks good and it still does the job better. Well, at least in my case. So yeah, so that's inside the case of this Tecware VXR. Quality wise, I can say, or maybe I'll just made another comparison video with Lian or metallic gear. But for now, just for the price, I can say that this case is solid. And quality wise, it's typical Tecware, it's a quality case. So what can we expect? Tecware should include the RGB hub, because if you buy this case, you are expecting to use at least 6 fans. So my son's Tecware Forge, which is much cheaper and half the price of this case, have 5 fans and a RGB controller. So imagine that. So I'm not sure why they did not include it here. So now we are looking at the back of the case. So here you can mount 2 SSD, and there's lots of cables here, but don't worry, you have ample of room for that. So what I like about this case is here there's PSU, of course, and all the space here is good for your cabling management. Imagine you are using this case and the minimum fans, at least for me to have a good temperature, is 6 fans, and then you will be needing lots of cable space or management here. For me, I will be using this case because of, well, let's face it, looks. Who don't want to have a beautiful or a good looking PC, right? And you don't want to build an expensive PC just to hide it. So you want to show it, or you want to see it, right? So yeah. So that's the back. Just to mention, cables, USB 3, and for the front panel, the HD audio. So I mean the typical cables. What I like, it's organized, or somewhat organized. So yeah, those who are into good cabling management will really like this case. Overall, all I can say is this case is good. It's quality for the price. It's Tecware, so Tecware has this reputation of quality products in cheaper price. So what I don't like about this case is, well, as mentioned earlier, is the way to unmount or mount the front and side panel. It could have been better, and I hope there will be a VXR version 2 wherein they address this issue. Second, they did not include RGB hub. So as mentioned earlier, my son's Tecware Forge, which is much cheaper, have RGB hub, so or fan hub. So at least Tecware should include this. And other than that, yeah, this is a good case. Actually, this is my first choice. This is the one I'm looking for when I was building my PC. But unfortunately, that time it's not available, or at least the black one. Yeah, I think that's it. If I will be giving this case a rating, 10 is the maximum, probably 8. I will give this case 8.